What is one real trick that companies don't want you to know? I used to work at a PC repair shop and had to call HP warranty support and India almost every day. Talking with someone using a script plus language barrier equals aggravating and time consuming. I learned that if you select the option for Spanish you get transferred to a call center in Texas. From there you can just speak English until one day you're sent to Mexico, then you're farther. Airlines sometimes have cheaper flights to distant destinations that change planes in your intended destination city. So if you are flying to Chicago, you might book a flight to LA, knowing it stops in Chicago, and simply get off and not board the second leg. There is a website called skiplag.com that is being sued by United for informing people how to take advantage of it. If you're going to do this, for the love of God, don't check any bags. Yes, that's part of it. You also don't book it round trip. A lot of TV ads, but especially toothpaste and shampoo, show the customer using way more than needed. So, I don't know if this is a true story or not. One time I heard that a toothpaste company was wanting to increase their profits. This guy told them he could nearly double their profits, and in return he wanted 10% of the increase. So they agreed, and he told them to make the opening larger. More toothpaste out equals more toothpaste bought. Extra Gum did this brilliant campaign where they told you take 2 pieces of gum after a meal, not 1. Well, it's not called enough gum. If the only reason you are buying something is because it is on sale, you still aren't saving money. Me, Mom, why did you buy that machete? Mom, because it was on sale. Me, you know what is cheaper than a machete that is on sale? Not buying the machete. If she also recently bought a hockey goalie mask, she may have plans for you. Nope, I refuse to believe this. I definitely have saved hundreds of dollars on all these Steam games I've played for 30 minutes each. If you want to cancel a hotel reservation, but you're within the penalty period, call up/go online and move the reservation forward by a couple of weeks, a month, whatever. Just enough to get you out of the cancellation penalty period. Then call up go online the next day and cancel the reservation. Nicer, smarter hotels will charge you and forward the balance to a future date, making it necessary to book another stay. Life pro tip: continue moving forward reservation for years on end until you take a vacation there. Bed Bath & Beyond coupons never expire. Hello everyone. Currently I'm an associate at BB&B and would like to clarify some things. Yes, we can use expired coupons, but only the paper ones we send out in the mail. We cannot accept an expired email coupon. The computer does it for us. There is nothing I can do. With the new paper coupons that start at a 20% and go to a 10% after a certain date, will remain at a 10% after expiration. Another thing about coupons, we can use as many as you want, as long as you have that many items. If you make a good faith effort to pay medical bills, they can't be sent to collections. Offer to pay $20 a month till it's paid, and the hospital or doc will often be willing to settle for half payment and closing the bill. Just get it in writing. Does this work with student loans as well? I once owed the hospital $2,000 for an emergency visit. At the time I was 100% broke, and after paying about $500 of it off, I knew I couldn't afford any more if I didn't want to starve. I wrote a letter to the hospital explaining my predicament and illustrating the reasons why I couldn't ask my family for the money. They forgave the rest of it entirely. There are lots of companies that, if you order from them online and stop at the last step and leave, within a couple of days you'll get an email offering you a substantial discount on what you were about to buy at full price. I help set up site and cart abandon emails. It's usually more like 30 to 60 minutes after leaving rather than a few days, depending on what triggers you set off browsing the site. Buy cheap HDMI cables. They are just as good as the expensive ones. Well, to a point. There is a difference between a 50-cent cable and a $5 cable. There is no difference between a $5 cable and a $500 cable. Depends what you plan on doing with said cable. Plugging it in things, obviously. That makes more sense than what I've been doing. This HDMI cable actually makes a horrible laundry line. Just because a store is branded as a certain company doesn't mean it's owned and operated by that company. For example, if you don't like Shell gas and decide to go to the Exxon down the street, Shell may still own and operate that store, but fly Exxon's flag. They just pay Exxon a small fee to keep their branding up. You can get free cups of water anywhere that sells food. At Disney this saved so much money. This is true in the US, but not always true or a good idea elsewhere in the world. In Canada, if you ask for a cup of water they say sorry, here you go, and then you say thanks, sorry to bother, and then they say really it's not a problem at all, sorry if I came off as rude, and then you say thanks, hey you want to come back to my igloo? We can drink some Molson and watch hockey, and then they say sorry, I already have plans to go moose watching and then you say thanks. You know the Mr. Clean Magic erasers that are so awesome? They are just melamine foam, which you can buy unbranded in bundle packs of 30 to 100 on eBay and Amazon for less than $0.25 each. I had a locksmith tell me that I could not program my own RFID chip key using 2 original keys in my Jeep's computer, and that I either had to have him do it or pay even more at a dealership to have them do it and buy a chip key from him for $30. I knew better. I bought an $8 chip key off eBay, programmed it myself using instructions online. The seller also sent me programming instructions and had it physically copied at that same locksmith for $2. Also, there were instructions in the Jeep's owner's manual. Locksmith would have charged me upwards of $80 when I did it myself for about $12. Locksmiths hate me. If you're calling a support line, curse angrily at the robo-receptionist. The software on the other end will sense that you are having trouble with the phone tree and connect you with an actual person. True. I called somewhere and could not get to an agent. No amount of pressing 0 or yelling agent, representative, worked. The second I said, duck you to the robot. Please hold while we connect you to the first available representative. There are tons of free services that give you the ability to create a throwable email, disposable email so you can confirm the email without having to use your own email. I've worked retail for 6 years. Tip 1. Things are always on sale, and they are never full price. The original price sticker should be illegal, since the product is literally never that price. Don't get caught up in the how much I saved mentality. Always look at how much you are spending. Tip 2. When you get a coupon sent to you for let's say $10 off, on that exact day, usually Sunday, all the prices change for that week. They'll raise the price on an item $10 and then send out a $10 coupon for it. People are conditioned to buy a $40 item with a $10 coupon to drop the price to $30 instead of buying it the week before when it was $30 with no coupon. Don't let coupons fool you. Tip 3. Never get a store credit card unless you pay it off in full immediately after your purchase. Interest rates are close to 30%. Tip 4. Be nice to the cashier sales associate and you're more likely to get a good deal. I know everyone has the Walmart mentality of complaining to get your way, but in any other smaller chain, being respectful will give you great deals. We regularly take 20% off of someone's purchase if they are respectful while we are helping them. Tip 5. Aside from some major items, TV, basketball hoop, etc., Black Friday is a huge scam. People just think they are getting great deals. Prices on other items are the same as they always are. Companies depend on you coming in for that great deal on a TV or whatever and buying a bunch of other stuff too. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but my econ teacher once told me that if you take a loan from a bank, you can ask to make payments on a bi-monthly basis as opposed to a monthly basis, and that should reduce the amount of interest you pay. Planned obsolescence. Companies design products in such a way that they become obsolete within a certain time frame. A really nasty example is ink toners that are programmed to show up empty while they still contain ink. So the printer refuses to print since the chip of the toner says it's empty, and you are forced to buy a new one. You don't actually have to give any of your real information online like ever, but everybody just naively volunteers it anyway. Yeah. According to the internet, I'm Ethan Barry, a 40-year-old married stockbroker with 2 kids and a nice house. I'm none of these things, Errol. Nice try, Ethan. It's too late to throw us off. When signing up for stuff where you don't need to verify your ID, specifically magazines, use a different name from your own to find out which companies are selling your information. I'm not sure who Dr. Aquarius McFlopperson 3 is, but I'm not him. Use the company's name when you sign up. They'll give themselves away. The name brand products you buy at Walmart are of inferior quality to the same product at regular stores. Learned this in a business course, specifically in reference to name brand shampoo and toothpaste, but applicable to many products. Walmart demands lower prices, so manufacturers lower quality. If you own a fleshlight, don't buy the lube or the freshening powder from their site. The lube is extremely overpriced and the powder is 99% cornstarch. Just buy cornstarch and use that to freshen your fleshlight. Yes, I can confirm this works. You'll get more that last way longer for far less money. Lube tend to be expensive, but I have found that baby oil isn't that bad for your fleshlight. Yes, the material will deteriorate from the oil and its lifespan will be shortened. But if you regularly wash and clean it, the deterioration will be negligible. Especially if you apply cornstarch often, as it absorbs all the residual oil. Water-based lube from the pharmacy, though overpriced, is still way cheaper than the lube on the fleshlight site. If you're a freelancer in the UK, some companies either don't know or don't want you to know that you can bill them interest for late payments. Used to work at CVS for a little bit. I did not give a duck. If you came bitching at me about coupons, mispriced items, etc., I will mark it down. How did I come to do this? When I started, I used to call the manager every time a customer had a complaint, and she just told me to give them the deals whenever it would happen, and not to call her. I'm pretty sure it's like this for most places. But be nice at first. We assume you're gonna get bitchy and just end up giving you the deals. I used to work at Radio Shack. We had a $50 rule. If the customer was complaining about something that could be solved for less than $50, immediately say yes and do it. Nobody would get in trouble for spending less than $50 to retain a customer. Anything more than $50 needed regional management's approval. Of course, Radio Shack is out of business now, so I don't know whether that customer service model actually works. Baby wipes and makeup remover have the same effect as far as removing makeup. Don't spend $6 on a pack of 20 makeup remover wipes. Spend $6 on a pack of 100 baby wipes instead. Both of these can also be used to clog an enemy's toilet. I can usually clog an enemy's toilet on my own. Thank you very much. Generic store brands of medication contain the same active ingredient as the name brand. The only difference is binders and fillers. There's no reason to not try the generic brand first. In Canada, if you don't want to put up with UPS's bullshit, add a box to your address as follows. 123 Any Street Apt 6 should be replaced with 123 Any Street Box 6. This will cause the system to select Canada Post for shipping.